Hi everyone, welcome to 30-minute Buns and Guns. Today is one of the classes during Mental Health Week. So just a reminder, we're here to do something physical, but it's a great benefit for your mental health as well. Remembering some t-shirts we used to wear, let me get this straight here. So health is a state of mind and body, take care of both. So as we do our physical exercise, it helps us release some of the stress that we might be hanging on to, releases those positive endorphins through our body, and helps us with some of the feel-good chemicals that we want, the good stuff. But then we also have to be able to talk about it too. So doing these things are good, but maybe it's not enough. So make sure that you find an outlet, you're able to talk about any challenges that you're facing. Name it, don't numb it. That's what we have to remember. Okay, so work at your own pace today and make it your own exercise as we modify here with heavier or lighter weights. You're going to get out of it what you need to, put into it what you can, and at the end of it, we're going to congratulate ourselves for dedicating 30 minutes to us. Okay, so let's get going. We're going to start by warming up, getting the legs and the arms moving. And if my computer starts to move a little bit or the camera looks like it's shaking, I have a cat walking around. So right now he's a little curious about my laptop. And I hope he doesn't go on any keys. Inhale and exhale and up and down. One more. Shake it out all the way down and starting to go into a bit more of an intense jog, or if you'd rather, you can stay with one foot touching the ground at all time and just doing an alternating knee lift. What we want to do is have the blood flow increase. We want the blood flowing to all of our muscles that maybe have been idle during the morning. We want to get warmed up before we start doing any sort of stretching or adding load to our movements. So as we talk about Mental Health Week, it's about looking after yourself. We're also having our focus about looking out for others around us, co-workers or family or friends. So if you don't know how to support somebody, but you're able to identify that they're struggling, there's ways to give them some direction to find help. So always keeping eyes and ears open. Maybe those knees are starting to come up a little higher, a little bit more intense in your jog. 4, 3, 2, last one, and into jacks. So here's our higher intensity move, and then if you'd like this option, again, it's one foot staying on the ground at all times, so no jumping and touching side to side. Choose where you want to be. And always remember, you can feel different. Class to class, day to day, week to week. Some days you're willing to give it 100%. Some days you dial it down a little bit. That's okay. 4, 3, 2, last one, and into our squats. Sideways view, sitting those hips back, engage your core so we support the spine. I think my cat is giving that camera a little bit of a shake again. Let's do an extra squeeze when we stand up. It's a squeeze through the glutes, squeeze through the inner thighs. There you go, arms out for a counterbalance. Good, squeeze up. Weight is actually digging into your heels. Your toes are lifting slightly. 4, 3, 2, Last one. Let's jog again. If you did knees up front, maybe this time you're kicking your butt. Your heels are coming up behind you. And again, you don't want to have the high intensity move. You can still be doing the heels to the butt by doing hamstring curls. Good work. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Do those jacks. Doing just a little bit different with the arms. Sometimes we just like to give our minds something to focus on so that we don't start hearing this voice that tells us we're tired, we want to stop. If we give ourselves numbers to count down or different things to do with our arms, it can take our mind off. 2 and 1. Good. Wide-legged squat. So our toes point into the front corners. Our knees on the same leg. They're going in the same direction. They're staying behind our toes. So at my lowest point, right here, I can still see my toes. That's a check we want to do every time we do squats. Can you see your toes? We're going to do that extra squeeze again. It's the glutes and the inner thighs. Squeeze, squeeze. There we go. Couple more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Shake it out. Grabbing a quick drink. Please do this anytime you need to. And I'm grabbing 7-pound weights. If I had 2 10s, I'd probably grab those. We're going to step into a backwards lunge. We're going to keep it on one side. So choose your leg. Your standing leg is not going to move. You've got a slight bend in the knee. Step back, down, up, come forward. Back, down, up, come forward. So we step back far enough so that when we go down, we're still not driving the front knee over the toes. If you've got a mirror and you can see your alignment, keep going on one side. Now the weights are just adding a little bit more work, but let's make them work for the arms. Up, down, up, step in, curl, down, curl, step in, curl. So right now I've got hammer curls going. Top of the weights, pointing to the ceiling. Upper arm squeezing into my upper body. I want to feel this in the bicep, then the tricep. Up, down, up. Feeling it in the front of the back leg, through the thigh. One more time. Let's bring it up, walk it out. Good. Getting set for the second side, so the leg that's not going to move, make sure you keep a slight bend in that knee. Let's just do the leg first. Make sure you're stepping back and enough of a separation side to side with the feet that you don't lose your balance. You don't want to step right behind that front foot. Down, up, and in, back, down, up. Now, change the arm. There we go. It's going to go up, down, up, and in, up, down, up. So, regular bicep curls with the palms facing up, up, dip down, up, step in, dip down, up, feeling biceps working. And the further back you press your hand on the down, you'll start to feel it in triceps. Up, down, up, and in, up, down, up, and in. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Excellent work. Wide stance. I'm going to go a little lighter in my weights because I'm taking the weight away from my body. So wide squat, down and up, squeeze. So let's get used to that squeeze, glutes and inner thighs. Keep the back straight, shoulders back, chest open. And we're going to start to lift one arm then the other. Coming up to shoulder height. Here's where we stop. Right here. Up here. Up here. Now, if you want to, you can do both arms together. You might slow down a little bit. Squeeze more in the legs. Making sure that we don't start to use the lower back in a sway to help us get up. Good. Can we do 8? 7. If you're getting tired and you're doing both arms, switch to singles. I'm going to do that for the last 4, 3, 2, and last one. Awesome. Take those legs a little wider apart as we start to tap side to side, slightly behind us, and do a little bob and weave, bob and weave. Take the leg a little further back, squeeze more through the glutes, and extend the arm in front. Now, as we've taken that weight away from the center line, notice you've had to engage your core. Keep that back flat. Don't go faster. Keep it slow and controlled. Out, out. You know, like you're placing something very delicate on a shelf with control. Good. Lifting that leg in the back, squeezing those muscles even more. Keep the bob and weave going. So going down into that squat, transferring to each corner, really using those muscles. I can feel them. 4, 3, 2, last one. Ooh, that's the work there. Okay, I'm going to go again a little heavier. So, what is this move? This move is going to be a squat with the weights to our side and our hips pushing back. Then we come up, and I'm just going to lean the weight on my thigh and lift to the side. So here's what it looks like from the front. Squat down and lift out. Squat down, other side, lift out. So it's a little bit of a balance work. When you lift to the side, I want you to really rest the weight on your outside leg, but keep it securely in your grip. Down, lift out. Down, lift out. Working the outer thigh. Abductor muscles out. Sit down, lift out. Sit down, lift out. Woo. Out. Good. Out. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Grab a drink and then go to some lighter weights. We're going to do our tap side to side. Up and down, and up and down, just pushing up to the ceiling and opening one side of your body. So take the time to really open and stretch. Good. Now bring that arm down into a curl. Press up, curl. Press up, curl. Start bringing your foot in. One foot comes in. Everything goes to the side with the moving weight. You're squatting. You're reaching. You're squatting. Now we lift the leg. Let's see, does it feel a little easier? We don't have the weight leaning on it. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's already tired. 4, 3, 2, last one. Walk it out. Ready to start your tap again. Good. Other side, start your press. So we only go up, and as we're just doing this small part of this move, we really focus on the stretch. Open, open. Now start to curl down. It's up and curl and up, and we start to get closer to the floor by adding the squat. The foot steps in, we squat down. Reach up and down. Stay here if you want, or start to come out of your squat with the leg to the side. Out. Out. Try to keep your upper body aligned over your hips, not leaning. 4, 3, 2, last one. I don't know about you, but I'm really feeling that. Okay. Grab a drink if you need it. I'm gonna go with one weight. So you can go a little heavier. You could do 2 weights if you're comfortable hanging on to them. So always modify and adjust. So down and up, and up, down, and up. Now down for 3, up for 1. 1, 2, 3, and up. Go down, 2, 3. Make sure you can go a little lower each time. 1, 2, 3. And here's the add. 1, 2, 3. And we're bringing that weight one side behind us. 3. And up and around. Don't worry about being on beat. There's no music. 1, 2, 3. Come up and around. 1, 2. Squeeze up. Come up and around. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be other direction. 2, 3. So cross in front with the other arm. Good. 1, 2, 3. Cross, come around back, side and front. 1, 2, 3. In front, side, back, side. 1, 2, 3. Come on up. Feel the core working. 1, 2, 3. And we did it. Grab a drink. Good work, good work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load up these 2 weights. So now I've got a 10-pound in my hand. And I'm making sure I'm secure. So I've got a long stance, leaning forward, go down and row, down and row, down, bring the elbow up, skim close to your upper body. If you want to, You can bring the back knee down, down, making sure we don't let the elbow flare out. Couple more. 4, elbow high. 3, 2, last one. Step in. When you're ready, switch legs, switch hands, adjust the weight if you need to make any modifications for your second side. Lean forward, extend and row, extend and row. I'm just going to change my profile. There we go. Down. That arm skims your upper body. Core is engaged to keep that back flat. Option if you want. Dipping the back leg. Maybe you've had enough, you don't want to. Make it yours. Slow, control, elbow up. 4, 3, 2, last one. And here we go. We're going into our over row deadlift. Squat, push, squat, stand. We're going into the entire move right away. So over, row, extend, deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand, over, row. Nice and slow, in case anybody's new, first time doing it. Those of you that know this and you can do it in your sleep, we're going slow and exaggerating. Deadlift, up, squeeze. Press from the shoulder and back to the shoulders, stand tall. Over, row, extend, deadlift with a squeeze, squat, push, slightly forward, squat, stand, over, row. Make any adjustments you need to. Squat, push, squat, stand. Here we go, over, row, deadlift up, squat, push, squat, stand. Over, row, deadlift up, squat, push. So I found I could go heavier because I'm keeping those weights in line to the center of my body. Squat, push, squat, stand, really squeeze those legs, over, row. Squat, push, squat, stand. One more, full set, over, row, extend, up, squat, push, squat, stand. Terrific. Okay, suitcase squats. That means I want to be heavier on one side and nothing at all on the other. And I just go into a squat like I'm going to place something heavy on the floor. I'm not really putting it down. I want to keep my eyes focused in front on the floor. So if I start to look down, I bend forward. I want to keep the chest up and open. Squeeze those legs on the way up. 4, 3, try to keep those shoulders level. 2, and 1. So we're resisting against the weight. We're going to switch. Again, making sure you've got a good grip. If you've got 2 weights in your hand like I do, it's a safe grip. Here we go. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Squeeze your inner thighs together more. So we're comfortable with the move. We did it on the other side. We're digging in our heels. We're pushing back our hips. I want the added squeeze of the inner thighs. Squeeze them in, squeeze them in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Keep your chest up. 2 more. 1 more. Excellent. Okay. Lighter weights again. And we're going to start doing some balance work. We're going to add rotation. We can have weights in our hands just for a little bit more intensity. So one leg is standing, I've got a soft knee, and I start to lift. One leg, same side, comes up and down. Touch the floor if you want to with that toe, or leave it off the ground completely. Up. Pull your core in just a second before you start to raise the knee. The core helps the knee. Up, keep your shoulders back. Now, if you want to use the arms and the weights, slow the move down a little bit and start to rotate over and across that thigh. Over. Standing leg, make sure your knee hasn't locked. A little bit of balance challenge there. It's okay. 2 more. 1 more. And if you added the leg to the side, that's fantastic. I just thought we've done enough of that today. I chose to leave it out. Second side. Standing leg, soft knee, and I just always do that little, like I'm on a little trampoline, making sure I have a little spring in my step. And I start to lift. The foot on this lifting leg, the toes are pulling back towards my nose. It's a flexed foot, not a pointed. Again, if you want to, you're touching the ground. Good. Up. Okay. Up. I don't know if I'm joining in with you. Please keep at your own pace. If you'd like, slow down a little bit. Add the rotation, with or without weights. You don't have to have weights in your hand. So feeling the core work as we do that rotation. Good. Standing knee is soft. 4, 3, 2. Last one, bring it down. If you haven't had anything to drink and you're going to go through to the end of the class, make sure you take in some water after. Really important to stay hydrated. Inhale. Shake it out. Inhale, grab those hands together, pull up off of your torso, and then pull your torso off of your hips. And maybe you even want to go up onto your toes. And then gradually plant those feet. Bring the arms down in front. And rest here with your thumbs pointing up, looking at the palms of your hands, and feeling the stretch come across shoulder blades, upper back, neck. You can slowly even go side to side. It doesn't cause you to lose your balance. Bring it down, shake it out, deep breath in. Grab on, we're going to go right into the press down. This time you're looking at the back of your hands, thumbs down, and now lead with the heel of each palm so that you feel the stretch along the outside of your arms. Oh yeah, really good. Bring it down, just roll those wrists one way and then the other. Bring one hand so that the bicep stays by your ear, and you're supporting, not pulling, not pushing with your free hand, or maybe you're bringing a stretch on a little bit of a diagonal. What we want to do is feel a stretch in the triceps. And out, other side. And again, sharing with you, I feel this immediately when I go into the move, and then I feel it lighten up and I don't feel it as much. So maybe I might want to walk down my hands a little further if it's within my level of flexibility to stretch that more. Bring it down. Good. Stretch the legs. So if you're on any type of floor that has lines, line up your feet, making sure they're got about 2 fists width apart for balance, and then we go into a long stride. Lean forward over your front thigh. Think about your back leg, bend the knee, press the heel into the floor on the back foot, and then gradually start to bring your back leg into almost straight, but never completely. And you're still pressing the heel. Doing all that, you should feel the focus on your calf. So this is not a stretch for the upper leg. It's all in the bottom, in the calf, back of your lower leg. Slowly bring your shoulders back over your hips, up onto the ball of the back foot, and then we do a press through the pelvic area, pressing the hip creases forward. We can go down a little bit, get a little bit more intense stretch here in the back thigh. Arm comes across, hug in. Maybe you're passing over the elbow and coming higher. Again, next stretch. Gradually starting to feel the heart rate come down. Step in halfway. We still have a staggered stance. Hands on the back thigh, and we sit in that imaginary chair, keeping the chest open. And now pivot on the heel of the front foot. Toes back to your nose. Stretching down the extended leg to the front. You're stretching the glute, the hamstring, and the calf. All three of those muscle groups are getting a stretch. Slowly down and roll. Ready to go on the second side. So again, whether or not you've got lines to align to on your floor, you just want to have toes straight ahead and feet 1 or 2 fists apart. Go into your long stance, bend your back knee, press your heel down, stretch the calf. Your options with arms, they can stay on your thigh, 1 arm or 2 arms can reach. When I have my arms lifted, I've engaged my core. Come back, shoulders back. Up onto the ball of the foot, press forward. Stay here, sink lower, arm across. So we definitely did some work for our physical body. Perhaps it assisted with your mental wellness, your state. Remember all the other options that are there for you. Come on up, step in halfway, hands back. And pivot onto that front heel. Remembering we're all struggling. This pandemic has made it hard for everyone. Toe down and roll up. And it is not a sign of weakness to ask for help. Bend your supporting leg. Come on up with one foot. You can stay standing for a balance challenge, or you can lean on something. Press your hips forward. Those of you that have been with me in my classes for a year can actually likely see a physical change in me. So when I carry stress, I actually drop weight. So through this, I've had some challenges, but worked through them. So and how have I done that? Talking about it. So friends and family have helped, and recognizing what I can't control and coming up with strategies for what I can. And there's a lot more to it. But if you need to reach out, please do. There's lots of people there to help. Up and shake it out. Have a great day, everyone. And remember, name it. Don't numb it. Take care of yourself. Thanks for joining.